and in the early hours of the morning. "Sing, Mamma," he said. She brushed her fingers through his hair as she sang in a quiet voice. "Hush, rest your head, the rain will end, the cracks will mend, the clouds will part, rest, aching hearts. Hush, close your eyes, the sun will rise, the robin sings of happy things, of days ahead. Hush, fall asleep, the past will keep, let future reap a spring to hold, a joy like gold." As she sang, Arthur visibly relaxed, his hands loosening on her wrist, his eyelids fluttering closed. They had been travelling for 7 days, staying at various inns between Northumberland and Brighton. Eleanor counted the hours of travel as steps toward freedom, but she still could not banish the feeling that she was being followed, chased. Her throat grew dry and her hands shook. The coach continued on as Arthur slept on her lap. She checked the coins in her reticule, hoping she had what she needed to pay the coachman. She had brought all the money she had on her journey home, and she feared it would not be enough. The uneven road turned Eleanor's stomach to knots, but Arthur's heavy breathing told her that he was still asleep. Summer rain began falling heavily, splashing on the windows in large droplets. In the distance, down the plush hill from the dirt path, Eleanor could see a small estate. It was 2 stories tall, with browned butter stone, large windows, manicured gardens, and beautiful oak doors. She stared at the house, slightly blurred past sheets of rain. Standing firm and alone amid a storm, the house felt very much like a beacon of its own, a beacon of strength and hope. With a lurch, the coach suddenly stopped. It teetered off balance for a brief second, and Eleanor clutched Arthur to keep him from falling off the seat. The horses brayed, and the coach slid to the left before falling completely still. Eleanor straightened in alarm, her gaze darting out the window. Had highwaymen stopped their coach? In the light of day? Her heart hammered. Or had her late husband's father, the elder Mr. Quinton, discovered his son, motionless and dead, and come to find her and Arthur? "Mamma?" His little voice sounded more curious than afraid. "Are we home?" She put a finger to her lips, craning her neck out the window again. Just as she did, the coach door flew open. She stifled a shriek, pulling Arthur to her chest. Fully expecting to see the robust figure of the elder Mr. Quinton, or even a masked highwayman, she was relieved to see the extremely slender form and bold head of their hired coachman, Mr. Fiffett. Rain dripped down his face, catching in the sparse dark moustache above his lip. "My apologies, ma'am, but I'm afraid we've fallen upon a spot of mud. 'Twill take but a short moment to be on our way." She swallowed past her dry throat so she could speak. Misty air blew into the coach, sending shivers over her arms. She tugged at her gloves. "That is no problem at all." Considering what her imagination had conjured about their sudden halting, she was quite relieved to hear that it was only the result of a little mud. Mr. Fiffett shifted, his boots sinking into the mud as well. "I'm afraid I must ask that you and your boy step outside for a moment while I push the coach out of the mud. I doubt I could budget with the weight of the both of you." She eyed his slender arms, agreeing wholeheartedly with his assessment. "Oh," Eleanor glanced at the pouring rain again. "Yes, of course." She lifted her bonnet off her black curls, setting it atop Arthur's head. The wide brim would protect him well from the rain. It was the width of his shoulders at least. She took the coachman's hand, stepping down to the ground before reaching inside to pick up Arthur. He wrapped his arms around her neck, tipping his head up to look at the storm. She followed his gaze to the charcoal clouds where they twisted in the sky, wringing out moisture like a wet cloth. The moment she stepped away from the coach, warm rain plummeted down, soaking through her hair and dress. Her feet sank into the mud as she walked several steps.